Welcome to the Final Expense Sales Academy, the hub for mastering the art of final expense life insurance sales. If you're looking to become a pro in the final expense industry, you're in the right place. My name is Kyle Williams, and I'm your host to go through the ins and outs of the final expense business, from tips to tricks to industry insights. We cover everything you need to close deals with confidence, provide true value to your clients, and become a better insurance agent. So hit that subscribe button. Let's get started on elevating your sales game one video at a time. Hey guys, in this episode we're going to talk about leads, the different types of leads, which leads to work. We're going to dive into it. So there's different types of leads that you can work, and depending on the mode that you want to work are the leads that you should look to work. So the importance of leads. You cannot sell insurance unless you have somebody to sell it to. So you have to have somebody to sell insurance to, and that is in the form of leads. Now there's two different types of leads that you can have. And as far as ways that you can build an insurance business. A is referral based, is the first way, and the second way is lead generation based. So let's talk through both of those. Referral based, you're generally going to grow a lot slower. You're going to usually sell to friends and family, and there also can be long spells in between sales. So sometimes you can go a little bit of time between sales. Now, lead generation based, this is easy to scale, easy to duplicate. You're going to get leads every week to people to sell to. You're going to be sitting in front of people every week, and you're also going to get sales every week. So this is lead generation based is the best way to get sales consistently going. So there's different types of leads that you can work. There's direct mail, Facebook leads, digital leads, and live transfer leads. So I'm going to dive into those leads and talk a little bit about them, and I'll go into some pros and cons after that. So direct mail leads. What direct mail leads are is there's mail houses that send mail to a target demographic, and the individual who wants more information fills their information out and sends it back in, and that's a lead. Facebook. There's a targeted ad to a target demographic. The individual clicks on it, puts in their information, and generates the lead. Digital leads. These are ads on websites or on Google, and these people request information, wanting more information, and that captures the lead. Now, live transfer. These are call centers that are calling just massive amount of people, getting people on the phone, asking if they want a quote on insurance. Once they agree to a quote, they transfer you. That person transfers that lead directly to you with them on the phone. It's a live transfer. Now, there's pros and cons to each one of these, and I'm going to talk through some of them. So, direct mail. Direct mail was the gold standard for life insurance for the longest time. But now things have changed a little bit. So some pros to direct mail is it can be high intent, because the people actually have to open up the mail, read it, and say, I'm interested, fill it out, send it back in. So there's good intent. And then there's also proof that they filled it out. The cons is it is getting more expensive. With the cost of postage and all going up, and also too the return rates are going down, so it's driving the rate up. So that has become a more expensive method of leads of late. Facebook. The pros is they can be good intent. They can also be very price effective. Now some cons is there can be some junk leads in there with people just clicking through whatever, and they can be hard to generate if you're trying to do it on your own and you don't know what you're doing. And sometimes they can be hard to get on the phone if you're trying to do telesales. Now, digital. Pros are they're very cost effective, and there can be some good intent there. Some cons is they can forget that they filled it out. They can be hard to get on the phone, and they can be hard to generate if you are trying to do it yourself and you don't know what you're doing. Now, live transfer. The pros is you get somebody directly on the phone interested in a quote. So they did all the hard work for you. The cons is this is a very expensive lead. Oftentimes they're looking for just a quote, and that's it. And sometimes on the back end you can struggle to get their pertinent information and bank account information to get the deal closed because you're not sitting in front of them. So which lead should you work? Well, it really depends on the type of sales that you're doing. So if you're doing in-person sales, you can do direct mail, Facebook, or digital leads. Whereas if you're doing telesales, you can do Facebook, digital, or live transfer. You can do a mix. You can do one or not the other. You can really do whatever you want, but those are the modes of leads that you can do for the types of sales that you're doing. So how do you choose which ones to work? I prefer, this is my recommendation, that you stick with the lead vendor or however they generate leads in the agency or IMO that you're in. We know that works because they have built their agency off of that lead system. Now, if your agency or IMO doesn't have a lead system, that makes it more challenging, because now what that's going to do is it's going to put you out trying to figure out how to do it. And if you don't like their lead system, then you're in the same boat. So trying to figure out which one to do on your own, it can be very challenging, because the quality can be bad in all of those lead types if you don't know what you're doing. You also need to have a vendor that maintains integrity throughout the lead process. There's all kind of rules and regulations with each different type of lead, so you need to make sure that they're compliant in that. Or if you're trying to do it on your own, to make sure that you're compliant in that. And I'm not going to dive into those rules and regulations in this call. And then also the last thing is generating leads also usually requires a lot of capital. You need to have a lot of money to generate leads because there's a lot of upfront cost. And also, if you don't know what you're doing, the leads can be inordinately more expensive because you're driving the cost of the lead up. So these lead vendors have the cost dialed in to where you can usually get a better lead quality. So that's why I recommend that you use your IMO's lead center database, whatever vendor that they recommend, because they have vetted them. We know it works because there's other agents using it, and you know there's sales coming off of it. So at the end of the day, really, a lead is just a lead. A lead does not get you a sale. You'll hear that a million times. Really, all a lead is a name, an address, and a phone number. That's it. If you treat it as such and leave it at that, it doesn't get more than that, because a lead doesn't get you a sale. A lead just gets you in front of somebody so that way you can try to sell them. The rest of it, once you get in front of a lead, is up to you. So if you have any questions on the type of leads, which ones leads you should be working, question about vendors, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to answer whatever questions you can. I don't know every lead vendor out there, but I'm happy to explore and learn a little bit more. But definitely know a good chunk of them and know a little bit about each one of them. As we wrap up here, if you have any questions, comment below. Be sure to subscribe so that way you can catch all the latest videos. If you've got something valuable here, be sure to share it with your friends. Share it on social media. We'd love to reach some of them. And comment below what was your favorite piece of content, and we'll see you in the next video.